Hello, everybody. And tonight, Rocket League is at its finest competition. There may have been Worlds this morning, but now it is time for Nemesis Gaming and its play-in tournament alongside Gallium. It is me, VexiLad, here tonight, the GM of the one, the only Chess Hall, and he's got his own team playing for him tonight. Pawns and Aurora is gonna start the Novice League action for today. Obviously, the Pawns, the 7 seed, not what you like to see, losing their first matchup in Aurora. 9-9, barely squeaked into the playoffs as a 9 seed, looking to get some revenge, get some much needed win to hop into the 8 seed.
Oh yeah, I think this is obviously a must-win game for both teams because it is a lose and you're eliminated situation as of the rest of the play-ins that you're about to see coming up on stream. But I think that's what makes Nemesis Rocket League some of the best because these teams are coming here to compete. Now, the 2 matches previous, we saw 2 sweeps on stream, and those were very dominant games for either team. But I'm thinking this one's going to be a little closer. I think Pawns and Aurora, their playstyles match up very well. I feel like they have just this kind of this grittiness about them that they don't necessarily have that mechanical star, but they have 3 really solid players that can get in your face and get really active here, VexiLad.
Yeah, definitely. They can definitely get up in your face and really just knock the teeth out of you. But to go into some stats with these guys, Speed Demon, as you saw in the loading screen, top 10 in total goals throughout the league, doing bits for Aurora. And to comment on the last matchup we had between these two teams in Week 10, I would like to sadly say, Gallium, your team lost 3-1 against Aurora. So maybe that plays into the upcoming match, as Aurora might have some more confidence. Obviously, off the win, this past week. So maybe looking to back on another one to go play the number 1 seed.
Yeah, this is definitely even if they win this playing game, as you mentioned, they play the number 1 seed, and that's a tall task in itself. So I think both teams, you just got to focus on the game at hand and then solve that next week. But as for the Pawns and Aurora's match earlier on in the season, I think the Pawns have a new third with them in Mocha Latte, and he has been very good for them. He joined about a week ago, and they're a brand new trio trying to make this play-in run. So there is a good side of that to where Aurora's not going to really know what they're expecting, but there's obviously going to be that downside to where Pawns maybe might struggle a little bit more when it comes to just necessarily how the game should be played here, VexiLad.
Yeah, definitely. I remember casting Mocha Latte, and I remember them doing fairly well in that matchup as we are approaching 8:30, so the team should be joining on in. But this is going to be a battle, ladies and gentlemen. There's no easy games going to be played here unless, we keep having sweeps as we do on the Nemesis channel, has been the theme tonight. But hopefully this is a little more competitive so we can have some more action, some more fun to commentate, if you will. And yeah, it's going to be a fun one. But main stigma of tonight: win, you're in; lose, you're out. You go home. So all or nothing.
Yeah, it's an all or nothing situation. And real quickly, I'm just going to pull up the playoffs there's playing brackets. We have a little bit of time since both teams are not in the lobby yet. So you notice Pawns, they got 3-0'd by Diffusion. Diffusion going on now to face that number 2 seed, the Kiwis, led by Brindy and their squad. And then the play-in match 2 that happened on Wednesday, Aurora took on the Whelps, and Aurora had a very good showing. They 3-1'd the Whelps, and honestly, I was kind of surprised about that result. I'm not going to lie. I thought the Whelps were going to put Aurora kind of in an uncomfortable position, but Aurora, they really came in and they showed out there. So a very good win for them there, especially with Speed Demon leading the helm. Ultimus Rule, very mechanical player. And coming into this play-in match number 3, it is going to be an absolute dogfight between both of these teams. I think obviously the storylines coming into this, it's Dorphin and a Speed Demon matchup. Both captains of their respective teams, and both really, really notable in the community. And, whether you love or hate them, I mean, they are two really, really good Novice League players. So I'm really excited to see how this one turns out here.
Yeah, definitely. As we see the bracket on screen here, we have Hans and Aurora looking to play against Frost, who, remember, I said it in week 2 or 3, or maybe even week 1, I believe, that I believe Frost is going to win the whole thing. So it's put up or shut up for these two teams to prove everyone wrong heading into the playoffs. This match has a lot on it, and people might not know like the whole story behind it, but this match has a lot to do, obviously, to get into the 8th seed, but that then once you get into that 8th seed, whatever team it is, Aurora or Pawns, that chip on their shoulder grows substantially. Because now they got to go play Frost, and Frost, arguably, and by record, is the best team in this division by far. There's been no competition for Frost. They 3-0'd the one cast I had them at utter domination, and I'm ready to see, who's going to play them and see if they can get a run for their money.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be one heck of a playoff showing, or play-in playoffs for the Nemesis Gaming League, and we're about to get started, actually, in this match between Aurora and the Pawns. We're underway, and before, actually, we get underway, do you have a prediction for us, Vexilite?
Honestly, I think Aurora beats your team twice. I'm not saying that just because you're the GM of Chess Hall. I'm saying that because I genuinely believe it, but also I think it's funny that I'm going against you here.
I mean, I don't really blame you, as we saw Flip go up against Rockerman earlier today. So, I mean, a very good prediction, and I mean, we're seeing a lot of action actually early on here, Vexilad. I'm interested to hear what you have to say about that.
Yeah, a lot of hitting the ball back and forth. The classic Rocket League attempts here. Ultimate's Rule now onto that right side wall of his, pops it over one defender. Drizzard gets a shot on, and Mocha Latte can't get the redirect past Speed Demon, and we're going the other way here for Aurora. Aurora now in that offensive corner, passing towards the middle of Speed Demon, looking to be the playmaker, not the goal scorer. Can't get there. Ultimate's Rule will bomb it long and away. Dorfin misses. Taco can't quite get there off the follow-up. Dorfin will now clear it over that midline. Still 0-0 here early into game 1. Taco's got a chance, but Dorfin again will clear it long and away. Ultimate's Rule towards the side, and right now, Gallium, we just have a stalemate.
Oh yeah, I think a stalemate is definitely not
No
uncommon.
pun intended, by the way.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, stalemate, checkmate, basically the same thing. But both these teams, they're kind of sticking to more of their fundamentals right now because they're fresh on stream. The nerves are kind of getting to them. But I feel like as this game heats up, it should make for a very, very good series, Vexilad.
Definitely should make for a very good series, especially when we're playing these stream games on whatever league you're in, whatever tournament organizer, whatever gameplay you are in. If it is streamed, your nerves just shoot way up. And that is because the people are watching. People have expectations for you. Speed Demon down the pipe off the bar, and it still stays out. And Taco will tap it in. Aurora 1-0.
I mean, that's just a great offensive play from Speed Demon. I mean, he's been so great for this Aurora team all season long, and he's going to get a beautiful pass out to Taco. And something to note about Speed Demon is he subs up frequently for Hypernova and actually got them to their play-in position. So he's definitely not your average Novice League player, and he's going to make a huge difference for this Aurora squad.
When we talk about impact players in any division, any league, Speed Demon is always in the conversation, whether it be in the Novice League or in any league that he partakes in. Just one of those guys who can do it on both ends, but mostly on the offensive end with his mechanical skill. Puts it right into the defender, though. Dorfin now will put it towards the side for Chess Hall. Chess Hall looking to checkmate their opponent here into the playoffs. Taco trying to retrieve it out of the offensive corner. Ball squirts middle, and Drizzard will have to clear it out. Mocha Latte will get the long bomb away over the midline. Speed Demon now off his own back. While Mocha Latte will intercept and get the double. Dorfin's got a chance, misses. Drizzard off the post. Taco going the other way with it. No, denied by Dorfin. And we stay at 1-0. Chess Hall Pawns had a chance there, but couldn't quite get there. Couldn't quite find the back of the net. Drizzard now trying to redeem himself here. Taco denied on that corner wall. Dorfin again on the follow-up, denied by Speed Demon on the near post, and Ultimus Rule will clear it out with some space. He's got space, he's got time. He's going to leave it for Speed Demon. He fakes out. Ultimus Rule now into that offensive corner. Trying to get it past Mocha Latte, can't do so. Ball going the other way for the Pawns. Gallium loves to see this. Dorfin going up the sidewall. Flip reset. Or not flip reset. Musty flick. I don't mixing up my mechanics here. And again, we are still in that offensive corner. But right now, Pawns are not getting any offense, Gallium.
No, it's really unfortunate because, I mean, we're seeing some shots go out, and, oh, they're just not going on target, but Mocha Latte going to finish it off. What a pass and what a shot.
Mocha Latte, the hero in Game 1. Drizzard, beautiful pass, beautiful finish, and Mocha Latte will sweep that under the rug. 1-1. Pawns tie the game in this important and crucial game for both teams, as this play-in cements their spot into the playoffs, as we all know. All or nothing is the stigma for this one. Speed Demon into the corner, trying to set his teammate up in Taco, and again, Speed Demon, the playmaker, and he does it once more for his team.
Wow, what an absolute pass, and can we talk about how Taco is just absolutely slamming these balls in the back of the net? I mean, that is his second goal this game, and he's been so crucial to this Aurora team. A new member, as well as Mocha Latte, both new members to their respective teams, and they're both putting on a show for us right here, Vexiled.
They definitely are putting on a show. The Taco and Demon connection, an unlikely one, but one that works out like peanut butter and jelly. Ultimus Rule now in his own corner, trying to kill the clock with 30 seconds remaining. Pops it over Mocha Latte. Drizzard to Mocha Latte. Can't get that touch. Drizzard misses his own touch. Here goes Dorfin. Dorfin now popping it over the net. Taco will retrieve. Ball pops out towards the middle. Mocha Latte will try to put it back in the zone. Taco denies. 8 seconds remaining here. Time running out for the Pawns. Ultimus Rule will try to drop it down low. 3 seconds here. Time still dwindling. Ball hits the floor. The game's over. Mocha Latte keeps it up. Passes it towards the far side. Drizzard will have to try to extend himself, but Aurora will get the win as the ball hits the floor out of Drizzard's reach.
And that was a close one coming out from Pawns, but Aurora, they take this game number 1, and I think they felt very comfortable. I mean, we saw the mechanics really flourish for them. They got into the Pawns' uncomfortable spaces in the defensive zone, and they really capitalized. And there's something to really look forward to if you are an Aurora fan coming up here. It's just how uncomfortable they make their opponents, and the Pawns are not going to be an exception here, Vexy.
They're definitely not going to be an exception. Aurora, however, winning this game 2-1. Speed Demon, 2 dimes, 2 saves, 2 shots, 0 goals, but the impact is there. We talk about Speed Demon being one of the impact players, and he does it again. Here we go on Urban Central. And Game 2 is going to be a big one for the Pawns.
Yeah, a big game for the Pawns, especially since they are down 1-0 in the series. And I think it also has to do with momentum. You do not want to go down 2-0 and be forced to reverse sweep a team. That is not what you want. And that happened actually on Monday. So I think that's going to be the biggest thing they're going to try to avoid, Vexy.
Definitely, the reverse sweep is one of the worst feelings in Rocket League. Speed Demon pops it up off the back wall. Mocha Latte a chance, and Speed Demon will deny. Ultimus Rule going the other way with its Speed Demon. Tries to get a second touch pass. Drizzard can't do so. Drizzard now will take it into the offensive end for Pawns, but can't quite do so due to Taco's midline stance. Mocha Latte will clear it out into the corner. Speed Demon will pick it up. The man of the hour, passing it towards the middle. Nobody home. Ultimus Rule a chance and denied by Mocha Latte on the right side. Here goes Mocha Latte down the field. Routine save from Speed Demon. Dorfin now in the corner, trying to double it towards the middle. 2 teammates can't get there. Ultimus Rule going the other way. 50's out 1. Shoots it down the middle. And Aurora again are in the lead.
what a shot from Ultimus Rule, just doing it all himself. A beautiful 50 onto Mocha Latte. And man, I mean, Ultimus did not show up a whole lot in game 1, but he is here now and he's ready to play it, Vexy.
Definitely ready to play, locked in the game. We didn't see him much in game 1 due to Speed Demon and Taco's masterclass performance, but definitely a player not to be slept on. A ball long cleared away from the pawns to maybe start an offensive attack here to get some momentum here in game 2. We do not like to see them down this early. Again, in a shot from Speed Demon, denied off the post. Taco shoots it wide as well. And we stay at 1-0. Speed Demon trying to work it in the offensive end. Ball still looming in that left corner. Ultimus Rule to Taco. Taco to maybe to Speed Demon. He's way back. Speed Demon will now challenge. Denied by Mocha Latte. Mocha Latte over to Dorphin. Dorphin leaving it for Drizzard in that left corner here for the pawns. Drizzard, middle. Speed Demon will just slightly tap it towards the corner for himself. Gets the 100 boost to his name. Beats out one defender. Can he beat out the second? No. Dorphin the other way. 1v1 with the goalie. Taco the save. Follow-up from Drizzard denied by Speed Demon. And again, we state 1-0. Ultimus Rule down the field. 2-0.
Man, I mean, Ultimus Rule is making his presence felt. A beautiful pop-up from Speed. Again, just being that playmaker, and Ultimus going to put it in the back of the net. And I think Aurora, their main key to success here is just how great their defense is. I mean, they're stopping all these opportunities from Pawns, and I think for the Pawns, they needed to slow it down a little bit. I feel like they're taking too fast of touches, and Dorphin is going to take that one and put it in the back of the net.
Dorphin getting the much-needed goal for the Pawns right off the kickoff, down on the left side, and a beautiful goal to put them back in this game within striking distance of a goal. Gallium wanting his team just to at least put up a fight, make it respectable. But right now it's not looking good for them. They're down 2-1 in game 2. Ultimus Rule in the air. Gonna let it drop. Drizzard will get the easy clear away. Ball still looming in that slot area. Speed Demon will get it out of harm's way. Brown pinches it to the far side of the field. Mocha Latte throws it off the corner off a bad read from Speed Demon, but to nothing avail. Drizzard towards that right side of his. Mocha Latte will have to throw it off his own back wall. Dorphin again trying to just get it out of the zone. Speed Demon almost gets the double, but almost is not getting it. Here goes Taco. Taco back in that offensive zone. Aurora dominating the time of possession right now. The time on attack is significantly in Aurora's favor. That's what you need to beat the Pawns, and Drizzard down the middle of the field, striking with a second goal.
Man, what a shot from him. I mean, he was so patient. He waited until the ball was perfectly in front of his cards where he could get the most power, and he just absolutely slammed that one in the back of the net. Two defenders in there couldn't save that one, so a tied game now. Pawns definitely looking up here. As I mentioned, they don't want to go down in this game number 2, Vexy.
They definitely do not want to go down.
Oh!
Dorphin, the air dribble play, and a 3-goal swing brings the Pawns back.
And, you know, you can see the confidence. I mean, Dorphin was not going for any sort of shot like that earlier on in the game, but now he feels a little confident, and I feel like that has to do with just how confident his team is playing right now. You get a goal, you get a little bit of confidence, and now they have 3, so it's only up from here for the Pawns if Aurora doesn't have a response.
The energy is shifting here on Urban Central. The Pawns up by 1, the first time in this series. A young series only being 2 games. Speed Demon to Taco, wide open. Speed Demon reads the ball, but can't quite get there as he shoots it high. And the Pawns will stay in the lead by 1. Dorphin now trying to retrieve the ball. Ultimus Rule fakes out for Speed Demon. Speed Demon dumping it into that left corner. A long bomb away from the Pawns will neutralize the attack with a minute remaining. Taco in his own corner. Drizzard will deny a ball looming in the midfield. Taco will rush back. You can see Aurora playing panicked right now. The Pawns have started to figure them out, being the higher seed heading into this game. Proving it here in game number 2. Mocha Latte to Drizzard, far side high. And again, there is no score change here. Dorphin Can't get it past Taco. Speed Demon will try to shoot it over the middle. The X Factor can't quite get there. Taco can't get it past Drizzard. Again, the Pawns playing stellar defense. Drizzard denied by Ultimus Rule on the back line. Ultimus Rule to Speed Demon. 15 on the clock here. Speed Demon, the chance to be a hero. Drizzard will deny him off the back wall. Ball's going to stay in the zone if they want a chance, but Drizzard will say no. Taco denied it. Drizzard saves his own teammate shot. Ultimus Rule going the other way with 0 seconds. Ball hits the floor, however, and the Pawns narrowly escape game 2.
Man, that was very close. Too close for comfort almost for the Pawns, but 3 unanswered goals to finish out that game. That is definitely something that is going to be notable as the series continues. I think this game 2 is kind of like a check mark or a bookmark, if you will, in this series, just to really look back on and just how everything swung. The momentum swung as soon as a Drizzard got that second goal. I feel like that's when really Pawns could kind of just feel themselves really start to take over this game.
Pawns have the energy in their favor. The momentum, as I said, has shifted as we head to the Coliseum. At game number 3, they look to continue their momentum in a pivotal 1-1 game number 3. They have all the momentum. They don't have the history against this team, but they do live in the present. Game 3 underway from the Coliseum. Gallium, what's your thoughts?
You know, I am just so glad that Utopia Coliseum isn't our last map of this series. I mean, we're guaranteed a Forbidden Temple at least, so that's good. But, trying to really get to Forbidden Temple quickly. That was a nice shot from him. But, Vexy, I do have a question for you as that almost trickled in the back of the net. I mean, you've seen how both these teams played. This third game is the swing game in the series. How do you think both these teams will fare in this game?
I think both of these teams are going to... It's either going to be a blowout or an overtime finish, in my opinion. But I think whoever wins this game goes on to win Game 4 and win the series. So this match is going to be a dogfight, no matter what. And this is probably a game that we look back on later down the line and say, this game changed the series. But Pawns looking to continue their momentum after a 3-goal swing in Game 2 to propel them over the top. Speed Demon in his own defensive side, right out towards the middle for Mocha Latte, and he misses wide. Mocha Latte has to put that on target because that was a wide open chance, pretty much handed to you like free lunch money. But he can't quite get there. Mocha Latte to Drizzard, denied by Speed Demon. Ball still looming in that midfield. Mocha Latte will retrieve, going for the double, pops it up. Dorfin looking to retrieve. Speed Demon double commits with Taco. A little miscommunication there. Drizzard's got a chance with some numbers. Drizzard towards the middle, denied by Ultimus Rule again. He's playing stellar on defense. Ultimus Rule, maybe not as potent on the offensive side, but definitely a denying force on the defense. But the one thing I do not like to see out of Aurora, I just see Speed Demon going for every single ball. Maybe looking to put the team on his back, but Rocket League's the team game. You can't win a 1-on-3 at this level especially. Speed Demon does have some individual skill, but not overpowering enough to get past the Pawns. Mocha Latte! And it goes wide off the post with the double. Ultimus Rule the other way. They're dribbling. Demo's Dorfin off the bar. And we stay tied, Gallium.
What? How are we still tied? Both chances really incredible for both teams. I mean, we're just seeing really good Rocket League right now. And I think both teams are feeling comfortable. They know how to play their game at this Utopia Coliseum Game 3. And it's only going to get even more exciting from here, Vexy.
Only going to get more exciting. Indeed, Mocha Latte down the field's got some space, might squeak in the far side, but Taco will get it away. Ultimus Rule right at the midfield. Speed Demon will deny Dorfin's opportunity. Ultimus Rule now will clear it out of his own corner. Mocha Latte looking to retrieve. It's beat out by Ultimus Rule. Ultimus Rule misses in the corner. Drizzard trying to start the offensive attack for Pawns. Fakes out one. Speed Demon's in the dust, and Dorfin will finish. The Pawns regain their dominance here in Game 3.
Man, What a pass and what a shot. It's the Dorfin and Drizzard, the DD combo, as it's an unofficial nickname for them. But
The double D.
yes, of course. And, you know, I've been wanting to see more of this combo. It feels like Mocha Latte's been getting in there. It's either been Mocha Latte or Dorfin. Or oh, wait a second.
God.
There's no way. What? How fast was that?
A little 36 miles an hour off the bar. Mocha Latte and Speed Demon, but Speed Demon will get the credit for his team. Aurora ties it at 1 off maybe a luck goal, maybe a skill goal. Speed Demon will obviously say it's a skill goal, but again, when you need it the most, the man that we talk about is the X Factor, makes the play, but Mocha Latte redeems himself and puts us right back where we were with a 1-goal lead. Pawns up 1.
Man, what a shot from Mocha Latte. I mean, he had an opportunity earlier on in this game 3. I think he was beating himself up over it, but I mean, that is an even better shot than what he would have hit early on in the game. I mean, there's no room for error, and he placed that exceptionally.
Absolutely beautiful placement. Mocha Latte for the 3rd, can't get there. Ultimate's Rule going the other way. Space and time, nobody back. And again, we tied.
Wow, what a shot from Ultimus. I mean, it seems like he's just taking it down the pitch every time he has the ball. And he gets past Drizzler, who I think he jumped a little bit and kind of overcommitted as 3rd man. So, I mean, both these teams, they're making a little bit of mistakes. It's typical of a stream match, but I think it's going to be which team can capitalize off of more mistakes.
Speed Demon off the kickoff. Drizzard will deny. And as we talked about Ultimus Rule, I told you guys not to sleep on him. And again, he tears up the Pawns defense. Has done that twice in this series, looking to do it more often. Oh, we got a Rule 1 between, I think that's Ultimus and Drizzard. 2v2. Mocha Latte and Dorfin versus Taco and Speed Demon. The double D is not in effect right now. Maybe that plays to the deficit of pawns, but the Taco Demon connection is in full tact. We'll see how this plays out. Dorfin on that left side wall with the 2v2 musty flick. Oh. Speed Demon denies. Mocha Latte in the midfield. Taco will clear, but Speed Demon post middle, nobody home. Dorfin going the other way with it. I love 2v2s and 3v3s because they just get so chaotic. Will anyone break up the Rule 1 to help out their own team? Taco looks like he was going to go for it, but no. 20 seconds remaining. Taco right at the goal line. Mocha Latte will clear. Speed Demon last man back, denied by Mocha Latte. We're still going to have a 2v2. No one helping out. The Rule 1, Speed Demon beats out 1 defender. 10 seconds remaining here in this energetic Game 3 end. Mocha Latte will deny any opportunity of a goal, but Speed Demon! Are you serious? A Game 3 dagger! And oh my goodness, Aurora steal one!
No way. What an absolute shot from Speed Demon. He comes in clutch, and he came in clutch this time for Aurora. Now they have the series lead. We'll see what they do with it here, Vexy.
What an absolute X-Factor superstar play from the kid. He's helped out a team in the league above him, but most importantly, he is the lone superstar on this field right now. 2 goals on 3 shots, 66% shooter with a save and a game winner to his name. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's incredible, isn't he? I mean, we could go on and on about him, but I feel like also somebody who doesn't get a whole lot of recognition and that you've kind of touched on a little bit, Ultimus Rule, he's usually, I think in my opinion, the most mechanical player on this Aurora team, and he hasn't been really, although he has a lot of goals, he hasn't been really involved in the passing offense as much as he's been really solid 3rd man for this Aurora team.
Definitely. Probably one of the better 3rd mans in this division. Right now, Taco double! No! Are you serious? Again! The Taco does it again from a pass from Speed Demon. The Demon-Taco connection. Again, Aurora lead.
That's ridiculous. How many insane shots are we going to see in this series? And, I mean, this is one heck of a Novice League matchup. Novice players hitting shots that they should never even attempt, and I mean, hey, that's just the growth of the game.
You sure this is Novice League?
Yeah.
You sure you got the MMR right on that one?
You know, it might be Challenger. Who knows?
Might be even Titan at this point. Oh, anyways, yeah. Mocha Latte Misses is out of his own corner. Taco can't get it past Dorfin. Speed Demon, low corner, can't get there. Dorfin and Drizzard, the double D, will pinch it away. Drizzard now in the own offensive corner. Shot, Mogalante can't touch it, and Ultimus Rule the save. Dorfin, the angle, can't get there. Past the Drizzard, and it goes high. Drizzard and Mogalante denied by Taco. The brick wall from Aurora denies Pawns of any opportunity.
Man, what a defensive performance from Aurora once more. I think that's what really separates them from Pawns is their defense. It's been absolutely incredible at stopping Pawns at every single facet. So we'll see if that has an effect as the rest of this game 4 plays out.
Oh goodness, the Taco couldn't quite get there. Demon putting it towards the far side. Dorfin trying to beat out Ultimus Rule, gets the bump on 2 defenders. Drizzard will put it in the offensive corner to set up an attack. Ultimus Rule, defensive mastermind, gets beat up by Mocha Latte. Demon, the long clear away. Dorfin throwing it off the back wall. Taco will bomb it away. Right now we just have a lot of neutral play here. 1-0 Aurora from a beautiful double touch from Taco. And this game stays to be neutral, as I said. Just back and forth. Trying to get an opportunity. Ultimus Rule right down the middle of the field. And it's Taco again. His second of the game. Ultimus Rule splits everybody on the defense. Most importantly, the 2 defenders in the corner. And Taco, the janitor, sweeps them up, all up. And it's 2-0 Aurora.
I think that was just mainly a defensive error from, I think it was Dorfin and Mocha Latte on that side wall. I mean, really unfortunate. I think they flipped wrong, and that's what unfortunately led to a goal.
What would you have to say to your guys right now to help them get back? Ultimus Rule down the field, denied by Drizzard. But Gallium, what words of motivation do you have for your boys in this final 2.5?
I mean, this is going to sound super odd, but the best piece of advice I've ever gotten when I was down in a series, and actually the championship in the Novice League back in Season 7, was just have fun. Isaac just came into our call and just told us to have fun, and you know, you don't really think about having fun in these types of situations, but having fun can really loosen up your mechanics and really make you more formidable to this Aurora attack.
Definitely just having fun. The little pro example, when NRG was down against BDS in that, I think it was Winter Major back, just when Rocket League came back to doing lands. You know, they were down big, but they just started laughing and having fun, and that's when you saw the resurgence come back from them. Maybe applying that same philosophy here will work. It's only a 2-1 series. Only 5 games to be played. 2 goals down with 1:40. Definitely nothing is impossible. Taco pops it up in the midfield. Mocha Latte beats out 1 defender. A double commit from Dorfin will neutralize the attack. But Dorfin, the half flip, popping it up high, beats out Taco. No! Just misses over the top. Mocha Latte now will try to rejuvenate the offense for Pawns. Pawns on their last leg of the season. Speed Demon put the dagger. Then we game number 2 in Ultimus Rule from Speed Demon, and the Pawns are being checkmated here on the Temple.
Man, what a shot. The pre-flip beauty from Ultimus Rule, and he's been really incredible all series long. And for Pawns to come back in this one, they're going to need a goal real quick, and they have a minute to do so.
They need a goal now if they want to have any sort of life. Dorfin going for the musty again. Can't quite get there. Drizzard now on that left side wall, trying to make a play out of it. Puts it towards the middle. Speed Demon will deny. And I just want to commend Pawns for what they did in this series. Speed Demon has to track back, and he gets the back check save. As much as I want to commend Pawns for doing pretty well against this team, I have to give it all to Speed Demon. He was just unstoppable, making saves, putting in goals, and most importantly, making your teammates better while playing with them. That's the most important quality. When you're on a team, Ultimus Rule, the double can't get there. But Speed Demon impact on the game. Reminds me a lot of Zen from the pro scene. 10 seconds remaining here, and Speed Demon. We just talked about him. I'm comparing his impact to Zen, and it's 4-0. Aurora will move on to play Frost.
Yeah, really, really great shot from Speed. I mean, he's been in the Novice League and the Prospect League bouncing around there for so many seasons. He knows how all this operates, and man, he put on one heck of a performance. And, you know, as upset as I am that he beat my team, I mean, you can't really have anything else but praise to say about this Aurora team. They put up one heck of a fight against my pawns, and you know, they were the better team. I think in this entire series, they just looked quicker, they looked smarter, and that's just what's gonna win 99% of the time.
Definitely going to win more than 99% of the time. We didn't get a sweep, but a Game 4 win for Aurora will surely do. They move on to play Frost in the first round of the Novice playoffs. What a series. Most importantly, great series from Speed Demon. We talked about him going in top 10 in goals. We talked about him being the X Factor. What did he do? X Factor performance. That 99 overall you need on every team. He showed up big time today and pretty much checkmated Gallium's pawns with a game winner and a bunch of clutch plays, bunch of passes, bunch of saves, an all-around demon, if you will. And I'm excited to see them heading into to play Frost, and I think they will give them a very tough run.
Oh yeah, I think that matchup is actually really good. I mean, I know Dan and those guys over there, they have definitely been curating a formula that I think has worked for most of their Novice League matchups, but they're going up against an Aurora team who's kind of like a sleeper team. Honestly, if all the brackets were reset and we had the same knowledge that we do now, I think that Aurora, I'm putting them in my bracket to at least make it to semifinals. I think they're a really solid team. I think the main factor that I was kind of worried about was Taka, you know, coming into this new squad, but he played excellent, had an insane double tap, and he's been really good for this Aurora team. So I'm just excited to see what the future holds for them.
Don't sleep on your new crowned 8 seed, Aurora. They play Frost in the first round. Dan and company of Sub-Zero will be looking forward to this one. I will be personally just tuning into this one, whatever time it may be, whether I'm casting for another league or doing whatever. I'm definitely going to watch that matchup because it is going to be a dogfight. I expect nothing less than Champions Field on that one. But Gallium, we just about run out of time with me and you. That's all from me tonight. Gallium will still be streaming, being the beast that he is. We'll get you 2 new casters in just a bit. I'm Vexylad, and I'll see you guys later.
Peace.